And welcome back into Chatt It Up Sports. I'm your host, Drew Rogers, joined alongside Malcolm Harris. To my left is somebody I don't think you guys have ever seen before. Ben coming on with us. He's not a interview guest, but he is a guest for the night. See how you guys like him. See how he does. Ben, you excited to be here, man?
I'm excited to be here, and I feel like it's just worth mentioning. Draft is tonight. Not from Pittsburgh. I am a fan. In college, I was exactly 6'3" and 3/4" and 233 pounds. So naturally, I had to be a DK Metcalf fan. Super pumped to have him in Pittsburgh.
You're a lot taller than that now, right? You're taller than I am. No?
Maybe a quarter inch.
You're at least 6'4", bro.
He's at least
you know
a
how
little
guys
taller.
are. They lie about their height.
Right.
You go in, you assume about 2 inches shorter. Once guys get over about 6'3", you assume more.
Right.
Yeah.
I like to get myself 6'4". And over there behind the producer's table, you'll see him in just a second. Doing our first segment. Producer Joseph Guthrie, rocking the backwards Georgia hat, killing it in SEC baseball, or so I hear. That's the intro. We got a good show for you, but first, Joseph, tap it. Once again, this is Chatt It Up Sports. We have got a good episode here for you. Draft day of recording. The round 2 and 3, I think, will be tomorrow. Day of posting. Again, I am joined with Malcolm Harris, Ben Oliver, Joseph Guthrie. We've got a good show. We're about to kick it to Joseph for our college football catch up. I think that's the name that we decided.
Yeah.
This will be week number 2, where Joseph gets us ready for everything in the 2026 college football season. But before you go, we do have to give a shout out to our main sponsor, the people that made all this studio happen. Joseph, while I'm doing the ad read, throw the camera on those helmets. I want the people to see some of the new helmets that we just got into today. Idle Yachts, located in Chattanooga, Tennessee, the main sponsor of this podcast. Patrick, Sarah, Landon, Marty, and the entire crew over there. One of the best brokers around. They can get you a boat in Chattanooga, Tennessee. They can get you a boat just about anywhere, officially licensed in Florida as well. Check them out today at idealyachts.net. Joseph, week 2 of college football catch-up. Where are we at?
Yeah, I think I like that name. I think we'll roll with that for now. We kind of workshop it kind of like we did with the night chat,
Mhm.
and then we ended up
Hit our stride. We hit our stride in like week 6 on that one.
Yeah. It worked its way into form. Last week we talked about head coaching moves. We talked about who's what, where, and why.
Yeah.
That's a good little jump there for
beautiful.
that. So now let's talk about
Good
coordinators. Some guys that moved with head coaches, some guys that didn't move with head coaches, and some guys that, oh boy, I got one for y'all too. It's the last one, and I saved it because I think it's special because I just want to see your faces when you react to it. But let's start with one that I think not many people are going to know about, because not many people are expecting much from this school. Do you guys happen to know who Northwestern's offensive coordinator is?
Is it Chip Kelly?
It is Chip Kelly.
Oh, wow.
It is Chip Kelly.
He did get another job, didn't he?
Yep. He got fired by the. So listen, Ohio State national championship, going back to the NFL. Like, hey, I did it. I proved it. I can do it. Gets cut by the Raiders. Finds his way to Northwestern. We'll see. I have no idea how that's going to work out for him, but I wish him the best. Our local boy, Jim Knowles, is now at Tennessee. He left Penn State, obviously, after James Franklin gets fired. He replaces Tim Banks. Expecting better things. We saw improvement from Ohio State's defense when they hired Jim Knowles. Not immediately. It took a little bit. Took a little bit of time.
Yeah.
But he ultimately got them to a better point. Helped lead them to a national championship. So Tennessee's got a new DC. Oh, man, this one hits close to home. And I hate it. I really do. Texas has a new defensive coordinator.
What's his name?
They stole my hometown boy. They stole Will Muschamp.
Yes, they did.
He's back. He's back at Texas. Now, it's not his first time there, so he's back. Got one of the most famous gifts in college football where he slaps the board, and I love it. I love using it. It makes me a little bit sad because I miss Will. I love when he was on the staff. I felt like he was a great addition to Georgia's defense, but I wish him all the success at Texas, minus the one game they played Georgia at some point, whether that's the SEC title game or later.
Sorry, his son graduated. We held on to him as long as we could over there. He was in the stands for a couple of years, but sorry, senior night came and went.
Listen, he was like a co-DC. He was like an analyst role, but I think, and a lot of the Georgia fan base, depending on how deep you dig into the message boards, will tell you they think he had a grand impact on the defense. But he's a Georgia guy, so I wish him all the best. minus, again, the one game they played Georgia. Florida hires a new OC. And there's one that I think is very, very creative and is very, very fun. It's Buster Faulkner. He left Georgia Tech. If you remember, he did have one game last year with their backup quarterback, Aaron Philo, which we'll get into transfers next week, but this is relative. He went with Buster Faulkner to Florida. So Buster and his quarterback shipped on down to Florida. They're hoping that leads to a good marriage, but we'll see. Florida needs something. Guys, Ole Miss. We talked about it last week. Lane Kiffin left. Charlie Weiss Jr. also left. Does anybody have any idea who their OC is right now?
I couldn't tell you.
A guy named John David Baker. He was an offensive analyst a little bit for Ole Miss, took the OC role at East Carolina. He was there for a few years. He's now back at Ole Miss, back as the OC. Should be pretty good. He was pretty good at ECU. They quarterback they had last year, he had made them pretty solid. So we'll see how that works out. I think he'll do great things with Trinidad. So Virginia Tech hired a new head coach. Talked about that last week as well. James Franklin. They fired Brent Pry. Well, then they brought him back.
Yeah.
Now he's the DC.
He didn't have to change apartments.
Didn't even have to.
Got to keep his residence.
He walked out of one office, walked down the hallway, walked into another office. So Brent Pry's at Virginia Tech. Let me speed through this a little bit. Chad Morris was hired by Clemson. I really thought Garrett Riley was going to work out there. Kind of surprised it didn't. I don't know if it was just him and Cade. I don't know if Cade couldn't pick up on what he wanted to do, but I thought Garrett Riley would have been a good hire. Chad Morris is back. He was at Clemson earlier. He was back at Clemson when Taj Boyd was at Clemson.
So he was Arkansas's head coach, right?
He was Arkansas's head coach for a little while. Yep. And then I think he took a couple of other jobs in between there, but now he's back. He's Clemson's OC again. He hasn't been there since 2014 was his last year. It was Taj Boyd's last year. That's a pull. Man. Oh. I know we got a boy that's a North Carolina fan.
We do.
But I mean, at what point am I going to start calling them the age gap program? Because they hired Bobby Petrino as their OC.
Yeah,
and now between Bill Belichick and his 20-something-year-old girlfriend and Bobby Petrino, who I know it's been a while, but we all remember the motorcycle and the
we can still. I think he's still got about 20 years left of being made fun on that one. I mean, come on. I'll never forget. I'll never forget my dad telling me that story for the first time as a kid, and I was like, he actually did that? He's like, that's right, son. Yep. That's the football team that we root for. That was the head coach when you were born.
Yep. And let's see. I think that photo of him with the motorcycle with the brace, I don't think it'll ever die. So sorry, go ahead.
I just have to ask real quick.
Yeah.
As a North Carolina fan, do you approve?
Oh no,
Belichick?
Oh no,
North Carolina fan's not here. Luckily, he'd be like sighing and looking around the room.
He would have.
Yeah. You have a problem with
that. Do I approve of Bill Belichick? Honestly, like if I'm North Carolina faithful, what other option do I have? Like I didn't have any.
What other option?
I meant more like his personal life.
Oh, his personal life? Honestly, yeah, I do. It's like, you know what, Bill? Go get you some. Go get you a bucket. You know, like you've worked really hard.
Is that more on him or is that more on her?
That's more on her. That's indicative of her character. In my eyes, like Bill's gonna be Bill, man.
Ben?
It has to be both.
It's a little bit of both, right?
Clearly, you have nothing in common, right?
Seriously.
I don't know how.
She gets something.
What are you talking
it's not
about?
Like they're friends.
What do you talk about at dinner? I love you. I love you too.
North Carolina football?
Isn't she on the staff though at the football program?
Pretty
Did you give her a role?
Who knows?
Am I right, Drew?
Who knows? I really have no idea what's going on
made up
over there.
Role. Who knows?
I ignore pretty much all stories that come out of that camp, except for the one where they were like, "Yeah, we're going to go to Saudi Arabia to get some money," because that's been working out real well for everybody lately.
Yeah, I just no. Please, no Saudi money in college football, please. Okay, moving on. Past the age gap, guys. Andy Kotelnicki. So he is not a coordinator, but I thought this was interesting. So he was the OC at Penn State. He was supposed to come in, really light a fire, ignite Drew Aller, and change this whole thing. And well, clearly that didn't work out. So he's back at Kansas, actually. And he had Kansas at one point when he was the OC there in, I think, top 5 in total offense.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that plays out. I don't know.
Is Jalen Daniels still there?
I think so.
I didn't hear that he moved.
I think Jalen Daniels has one final year.
How old is he?
Kansas lifer.
24.
Say he should be like a true 5th year this year.
I think he is a true. Yeah. Because I think he got one medical red shirt because I think he only played in like 4 games or something. So. But I'll look into that. Yeah, I'll look into that. So,
what do you think his career record is? You think he's got like a over/under career win percentage of 300
at Kansas?
Yeah,
I'd say it's probably like 425.
Okay,
if I had to guess,
Yeah,
because they had one really good season. They had the season they got ranked, and I think they made it to like the top 16. Top
Yeah, I think it was
15,
like 3
something
years
that.
ago. Yeah, okay.
They started like 6-0. I think they finished 6-6, but I can't remember if he got hurt that year. I'll look it up. Anyways, USC hired a new defensive coordinator, Gary Patterson, boys, TCU's finest.
I was like,
He is
Gary
back.
Patterson,
Yeah,
Gary Patterson?
Gary Patterson
Is that Southern Cal?
is at Southern California.
Shut up.
DC at Southern Cal, man.
The Lincoln Riley train has
The-
truly left the station.
Lincoln Riley's trying anything he can
He
to
wants
just
to win.
yeah. And it's the one thing that's always held him back is defense. And he has went to a special place in Gary Patterson. Wish him nothing but success. He did great things at TCU for like the 22 years he was there. So last one, man. Oh, this one's gonna hit close to home for you guys. You know who
Both of them?
Ohio State hired as their OC?
Oh, I do.
You do? Okay. Come on, boys. I'll give you 5 seconds. Ohio
What's a
State
hint?
hired a new
What's a
offensive
hint?
coordinator. We got a hint. We got a hint sitting right next to Drew.
I have no idea.
It's Arthur Smith, baby. He's back in college football. Yeah, so
I need to
Arthur
start
Smith
reading.
Arthur Smith's the OC at Ohio State, and he's paired with Matt Patricia as DC. So full NFL coordinator staff there with Ohio State. We'll see how that works out.
The backup tight end for
I
Ohio
know
State
he's going to get a lot of work. I mean,
Boyd's
this
gonna have
might be
some
might be
love.
an NFL draft prospect by the
Boyd's
time
gonna
we
have
get
some
done.
love.
Who's
Golly.
who-
Do they have like a really like weird third string gadget running back? Because that guy is in for
Probably.
a good time. Let me tell you.
probably?
Ugh.
I mean, I'm just saying Jeremiah Smith's probably not going to get near the touches he should.
Oh no,
this year.
Jeremiah Smith. If I'm
So-
him, I'm like, yo, like I'm sitting down.
Nah, he's just
Yeah.
he's going to be converted just into a purely red zone target. They'll throw 3 fades to him on 3 straight downs, kicked field goal. Good
Yeah.
guy, that Arthur
Yeah.
Smith. Really like him.
Yeah.
Anyways, Joseph, thank you very much, brother. As always, that's college football catch up. I think that's going to be a Thursday staple.
Yeah,
I
I
really
hope
enjoy
so.
that. I learned a lot in this episode specifically.
Yes.
So I hope you guys did as well. We're going to kick it to the NBA now in the playoffs. Obviously, we are 2 games into each series. Knicks and Hawks are on right now as of recording. Hawks are kind of running it right now. I think they're up 15. But boys, I sent you guys some material. Was basically just like 2 games into the playoffs. Let's just do a playoffs and review. Let's see if any opinions have changed. Me and Chase and Joseph kind of ran through. Actually, sorry, just really me and Chase. Joseph was there as well, but ran through a tier list last week. Just kind of wanted to see if anything had changed. To be honest, wanted to go over all the series. First, I think that we need to hold an in memoriam for these 2 series. We'll knock them out together because they are the only 2 that I can say without a shadow of doubt are over. The Suns Thunder. It was announced today that Jalen Williams had a grade 1 hamstring strain. Ben or Malcolm, whoever wants this first. Is there anything the Suns can do to win a singular game? Just one in this series.
I mean, I look at it like this. You get up 3-0, you take your foot off the gas, think Boston versus the Mavericks in the finals.
Yep.
I would give the Suns probably a 49% chance of winning game 4. After that, it's a wrap.
Yeah. That's true. It's in Phoenix too. So, you're wanting to go home back to Oklahoma City, wrap it up at game 5 for the fans. Do Grayson Allen and Mark Williams coming back at any point in this series do anything for you, Malcolm?
Honestly, bro, they could have 2012 LeBron James out there. So it ain't gonna matter.
Yeah, this Thunder team's really good. And I was on the phone with somebody on the way over here, and I was like, I honestly don't even think they need Jalen Williams.
No.
I'm not sure. Like, he's really fun to have as a really good compliment out there.
Real quick,
But-
how many games did Jalen Williams miss this year?
They
I
said
never saw him play.
they said it on the broadcast. He played 33 total games, so that wasn't
Here we
like
go.
full games. They said it on the broadcast last night. So 33 total games, and this Thunder still won 65 games.
Mhm.
And he's
So-
now considered week to week with this hamstring.
Yeah, he's going to be monitored on a weekly basis. So I don't know. I don't have a ton to say about the series other than that I said it last week. My Devin Booker superstar confidence is waning. I know every game he ends with like 25 points, but I don't know. I just don't feel like he no longer matches up to the level of a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or a Luka or something like that. I feel like Booker is in that tier below.
Has he ever though? Because I've never
2021.
seen-
2021, I would absolutely say when
Well-
that team that went to the finals. I mean, I would say he was right up there with where Ant is now.
So you think he was driving that team and not Chris Paul?
I think that
Because I
Without
would
Devin-
100% say that was Chris Paul.
I would say without that team, that Devin Booker is. Without Devin Booker, that team is not going to the finals. Without Chris Paul, I don't know. But I agree with you that Chris Paul was important. I just don't know. Am I wrong here on Devin Booker currently? Because, I mean, I feel like I look up, he's got 22 of the quietest points of the season every night.
I think Book is our Carmelo Anthony, but worse. And I say this, meaning,
I don't hate that.
I'm saying, and y'all feel what I'm saying. It's like straight up. It's like, yo, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna get mine. If we win, cool, awesome. I'm gonna celebrate. If we lose, I get to go home to Lala. At this point, like Book gets to go home to what's that? Kendall Jenner in his car collection.
I think so.
That's all
I
he
don't
cares.
know.
Like he's not a winning basketball player, and that's fine. Like I think Book is talented as they come. I really do. I just don't think that Phoenix, like if I'm him, I'm going to the gym and being like, yo, like put me in New York, put me in, Boston, like put me in Golden State.
I think he's one of the guys, though, that it's come out time and time. He wants to be in Phoenix. He might be the only one, but he wants to be in Phoenix his entire career.
Some
so.
guys just love organizations.
Yeah.
And
why wouldn't he? I mean, they took a chance on him. He was a 6 man at Kentucky coming out, and now he's got the opportunity. They gave him the opportunity to win the finals. Wasn't able to get the job done. Lost to the best season of Giannis's career. So I don't know. I was looking at this thing. I think it's probably 4-0, but 4-1 if not. I'd say it's a pretty good point about Game 4, Ben. So moving on, another series. I'm going to go ahead and call it Raptors Cavs. I don't know. The Raptors just kind of look comatose out there. Kind of like, do we have to be here? Do we have to show up to these playoff games? Donovan Mitchell's been really good. Harden has actually been really good so far. I know he's been maligned for his playoff struggles in the past. I think he's been pretty good for the Cavs so far. Now we'll see when he gets to Game 7, Game 6. But
Drew, can't we say that that's every Harden season in his entire career?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Doesn't he always start pretty good and then you get the 27 straight missed threes?
Yeah. I mean, I think so. I think you're spot on there. I mean, that's kind of my point. Is like, what are we going to see from this Cavs team? Especially not even James Harden. Like, what are we going to see from Evan Mobley? What are we going to see from Mr. The lights were brighter than expected, Jaren Allen? Like, what does this Cavs team have to offer when it gets tough? Because I mean, it is going to get tougher as the rounds go on. They should play the Pistons next round. I guess we'll see. Yeah. Magic series 1-1. We'll get to them in just a little bit. Yeah. But for the most part, this Raptors team looks about as helpless as any team in the playoffs. Is there anybody that's worse than this Raptors team?
No. And I mean, I think
even the Magic have shown some signs of life.
Yeah, and it hurts my heart to say this, but like Brandon Ingram is the worst superstar that we currently have in the playoffs.
He's not a superstar,
but you guys get what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, but that's
top option,
and that's what I had written down. Is like, is there a Raptors move that they can make this season because they're paying Jakob Poeltl $130 million. Brandon Ingram's got a max. Scotty Barnes has got a rookie max extension. RJ Barrett has got a $100+ million contract. Emmanuel Quickley's got a $100+ million contract. I mean, you start adding up this roster, it gets expensive fast. I don't think anybody in the league feels like, let's just give this Raptors team a little bit more time. Like,
we're giving a lot of passes, but RJ Barrett he's just not built to play basketball. Like, you guys watch RJ and just really be like, yo, like this is a struggle for me to watch RJ Barrett play basketball.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he's in the wrong sport. He's super athletic. Should he be a football player?
I don't know about that. Now, I do want to touch on for the Raptors, though. And first of all, Scotty Barnes, are we calling him a superstar or are we not? Where are we at on him?
He's an all-star.
He's an all-star.
Okay. Because I would say no as well. When I look at this Toronto Raptors team, and real quick, too, did the Raptors draft Scotty or did they trade for him?
They did.
Okay. So, other than Scotty, the Toronto Raptors are pretty much just a team that took everybody's also-rans, but we're going to build around somebody else. Brandon Ingram, right? Mm-hmm. We say he's not a superstar. Sure, he was kind of taking the big shots even when Zion Williamson was in
New Orleans,
right? So there's that, but he wasn't good enough for them to keep building around.
Yeah.
RJ Barrett, same thing in Cleveland, right? Or same thing in New York. I apologize. And so at this point, when I look at the Toronto Raptors, I'm like, of course, this is what we're getting. The good but not good enough team. That's what I'm seeing in Toronto.
Sure. I mean, they've got Barrett and Quickley, who they gave up OG for, who's now in the Knicks. They've got Brandon Ingram, who they gave up somebody. I don't know. I don't remember. That was a while ago. But, I mean, they've signed a bunch of – I mean, the worst thing you can do in professional basketball player is sign a bunch of good players to great player contracts. And that is exactly what the Raptors have done. I don't really have anything else. I like Darko, their coach. He's exciting on the sidelines at least.
Exciting. Can we really quick go to the Cleveland side though? Because I would love to know what you guys think. I think that the Cleveland Cavaliers had a better chance of winning with Darius Garland, and it's gone down with James Harden. What do you think?
I'm completely
against that. I think I'm on the opposite side. I love DG, I do, but I just think I don't think this is not a comment on Darius Garland's skill or who he's going to be as a player. I just think the time had kind of run its course in Cleveland. Like there was no. I don't think it was necessarily a broken marriage. It was kind of like one of those things where both sides were like kind of sick of one another. Darius Garland has been banged up a lot in recent years for the Cavaliers. He's missed a ton of games that they've needed him to play in. So I don't know. I think I'd rather have Harden, especially because Harden is a sneaky Iron Man. Like sneaky, yeah. Like Harden plays 70 games a year.
Harden's been hurt in the playoffs too. Think about like that runs versus the Bucks where they ended up losing Game 7. KD's foot on the line, but. This is kind of my question here. When you have, and I'm talking X's and O's now, if you have Evan Mobley and you have Jared Allen, do you want James Harden jacking up step back threes, or do you want a pure point guard who's going to feed those guys? Because that's where I'm coming from on this. And that's ignoring the Harden going cold in the game 5, 6, 7, which book it's going to happen.
I want facilitator James Harden.
Yeah. Which he can be, and which he's shown that he can be in the playoffs. It's just it feels that you don't get one without getting the other. And that's the balance that he's going to have to strike on this team, because he doesn't need to be the scorer. Like they've got the Donovan Mitchell, they've got Max Strus, they've got Sam Merrill, they've got Dean Wade to shoot threes. They've got all of these guys that will supplant. It'll bring out the best part of what James Harden does. Now, I hate to say it, like their season is going to be on him, because I just don't. There's no rise that you can get out of Evan Mobley or out of Jared Allen at this point that's going to swing a series. But there is something that James Harden can do, where you get an 11, 6, and 8 from James Harden compared to maybe a 24, 6, and 8. Like then you're talking, and if it's on efficient shooting, I think the Cavs have already got this series wrapped up. I think what I'm seeing from the Pistons, they have the horses to go with the Pistons. I think where this team starts to get a little dicey is near that conference finals.
We'll talk about the Pistons in a second. I'll save my analogy for the Pistons.
It's next. Go ahead.
Well, the Pistons are Cade and them. That's what the Pistons should be called. Is Cade and them.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just like Cade
30,
make a decision.
39 game 1, 27, 6, and 11 in game 2. And the first game, I have never seen a team that won 60 games look like, hey, what do we do on offense in the fourth quarter? Like, bro, can somebody help us? Can somebody explain to us where we're supposed to put this ball?
It's organizational malpractice that they did not go get Michael Porter Jr. from the Nets.
Or CJ McCollum.
Yeah.
Or somebody.
Like, you need just a bucket that can just go give you 20.
Or, anybody. Like, they've got Herter and Robinson, which are shooters only, so there's no dribble creation whatsoever there. They've got Javonte Green. Tobias, I don't know if you guys have peeped, but Tobias Harris is alive. They've sent out the search parties. They found him. He's going to be there in time for game 3. But he hadn't really been showing up offensively in the series yet. Bro. And of course, and he's been a big part of what they've done. They got Schroeder. Like it's just. I'm sorry, Schroeder's on the Cavs now. Excuse me. They've got
Jenkins.
Yeah, they've got Dennis Jenkins. He has been not great in this series. Karis LeVert, trick or treat man. Like it's. On offense, they're a very good defensive team, and it's kind of telling that like them and the Rockets, who have a second option as a big man, unless you're a dominant big man, it just kind of doesn't work. No. Like you can't have Jalen Duren as a second option if you need something late in the game.
No,
and I think we're going to see that more and more as the playoffs go on. I'm not going to lie, when they lost the Magic game 1, I was kind of like, good game, Magic, like good job, but. I think they'll still win the series.
I don't think Wendell Carter can do that for 7
games. He was really good in that game.
I don't think he can do that for 7 games.
Yeah.
And if he does, like you can clip this and I can go in the TikTok comments and go crazy. But like
he was really good in that game.
For
like
sure.
Unnaturally. So and especially one of these Magic players, now knock on wood, God forbid, is gonna get hurt. Like it's just kind of what they do, whether it's Suggs, Franz, or Paolo. Like I'll take bets right now on if all 3 of them make it to the series, make it to the end of the series healthy.
Yeah,
so
especially Jalen Suggs. That man's always going 101 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And I love to watch it, but I know that the next game I'm probably not going to see it because he's going to tweak his knee.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Paolo, though, Because I've noticed something that I wonder if anyone else has noticed, and it's that Paolo Banchero is 6'10", 250 pounds, and the man cannot dunk the basketball.
He avoids being at the rim, doesn't he?
It's
Quite a
unbelievable.
bit.
Like
Quite a
you
bit.
look at the frame, you look at the Duke highlights, and it's like I actually went back not that long ago before the playoffs, and I was like, "There's just no way I'm seeing this guy play this way." So I go back. Sure enough, at Duke, he's dunking the ball, he's doing everything. In the NBA, Paolo Banchero can have a wide open lane. He walks down. He doesn't get to the rim. He lays the ball up. I don't know if it's a mentality thing, but it's a problem. This man's not a winner.
The shot selection, I would say, is in the bottom 1 percentile. Like there were some shots even in game 1. I was like, whoa, I don't know who I would let. I don't know if I want Shea to take that shot, but will say he has been better since that playing game where I thought the Magic hit absolute rock bottom against the Sixers. I mean, I thought they were actually leaving him open for threes like he was Ben Simmons. I didn't think it could get any worse than that. So,
Drew, if we can just get personal real quick, who has a worse shot selection, Paolo Banchero or the man sitting right here?
Who, me?
No, me.
You.
Definitely.
I mean, I guess I'm a little biased.
I guess you had to think about it.
I guess I'm a little biased, but Paolo, man. I mean, you know who you are.
You know who you are, bro.
Yeah, you know who you are. You know what you do. Let's see. Is there any way this Pistons team makes the conference finals? Do you think they make? I mean, because it looks like they're going to go against the Cavs. I mean, as far as draws go in the NBA, that's not bad. It's not a hard road by any means. You run through this limping Magic team, and then you get through the Cavs, and you kind of just one seed your way into the. Of course, they do have to beat those two teams, but you kind of just one seed your way to the conference finals. I don't know. I
agree with that.
Yeah,
they have home court. They play James Harden in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I don't hate those chances.
And they're defensively very frustrating.
They're very stout.
So it's like, I will say though, if Cade does this, Cade is now kind of in the Ant Edwards conversation.
Yeah, and definitely a new tier. Like I would have put him as like 7 or 8 probably. Even with the season that he had, I probably would have still been like, all right, that's cool. Like let's see it for a couple more seasons. But man, 39 in your first playoff game, especially off a collapsed lung. Because I was, we were talking last week. I was talking to Chase like. Yeah, if I had a collapsed lung, I'm not sure I'd be going near the rim anytime soon.
Y'all not gonna see me, bro.
Yeah, I think I'd be floating on. I think I'd be working on my jump shot.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but he seems to have not missed a beat, and really he can't afford to. There's no time for Cade Cunningham. He has to score a good chunk of or be responsible for a good chunk of his team's points every single game, and it will continue to be that way. If they get more from Dennis Jenkins than they have been getting in the playoffs, I feel good about this team's chances to at least make the conference finals. I think I would still pick New York over them. I think I would still take Boston over them. But I feel good moving forward. As far as the Magic, I guess the answer moving in the future is just have your players get better because they traded 5 first-round picks for Desmond Bane, who, by the way, has been great.
It's not Desmond Bane's fault at all.
He's been great. Like he has been kind of that stabilizing force. I don't think he had a great game 2, but they scored 83 points. So who on the Magic did have a good game 2? So moving on, we are at the halfway point. So that's a good time. This is the most mid series. That's sad that it involves my team. Celtics Sixers. Celtics win by 30 game 1. Sixers won by 20 game 2. I think the Celtics are still going to win the series 4-2, 4-1 maybe, but man, the Celtics got back into a terrible bad playoff habit. 12 for 50 in game 2 from 3.
Yeah, man.
Like, at what point do we love Joe Maz, like we love all the clips. I love what he did with the team. 56 wins this year. At what point do we say, hey man, you get to the playoffs, don't let your team take 53s. You did it last year against the Knicks. It didn't work. It wasn't successful.
They're always due for a stinker. Boston does this.
Yeah,
every single
true.
playoff.
It's so true.
It always typically happens in the first round.
Yeah.
I'm just chalking it up to that. I will say, though, it's like I love Jason Tatum. Wasn't he flirting with a triple-double in game 2?
Game 1.
Game 1?
Yeah, 25, 11, and 7, something like that.
I just hate what has happened to Jaylen Brown because Jaylen Brown is deferring. And I don't know if he
took more shots.
I don't know if he realizes it, but he's deferring just naturally. And yes, I know he took more shots. I know that he is trying to get his, but I don't know. It's weird. Like I kind of want Jalen out of there.
I think you've
Really?
said that every time we've talked about the Celtics
Yeah.
on this podcast.
Where do you want him to go?
He just wants Jalen Brown off the Celtics.
I just want to have his own team. I just want to see Jalen Brown. Would he be by himself?
We saw that. Now they can win a championship. We already got that. Nobody. I mean, answer me honestly. Do you think that version of the Celtics with Jalen Brown and Peyton Pritchard and Derek White wins a chip this year?
I don't think they get out of the semis.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And
No,
with
they're better together than separate.
Sure.
I'm just saying selfishly because I love Jalen Brown. I just feel bad.
Yeah, I love Jalen Brown too. I think we need to just briefly touch on who's the better player though between him and Tatum. I genuinely think that's a question we need to ask.
I
Go ahead,
refuse.
Drew.
I refuse. I'm a Celtics fan. I refuse. You guys can do whatever you want here, but
I mean,
why?
we know. I mean, I think everybody knows who it is. I mean, it's Jason Tatum.
Why?
I just think Tatum, if I need a bucket, just all around, I just think it's Jason Tatum. You know, defensively, like, yes, Jaylen Brown is amazing. Jaylen Brown loves the first quarter. I think he can get hot. I mean, behind three, obviously, it's Tatum, but Tatum's sometimes streaky from behind. They are.
Tatum's incredibly streaky.
Yeah.
Tatum is the reason we have these conversations about Boston.
Yeah.
Tatum's the reason they go from winning by 30 to losing by 20.
Yeah.
That's always been him.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown, I think his highs are a little lower, but his lows are a little higher.
That is a great.
I think it averages out.
That is a great statement. I just think if you have the first pick in the NBA draft, I don't know, like a redraft. That's a hard one, bro.
I don't hate Jason Tatum. I don't want to be taken as hating Jason
Yeah,
Tatum.
of course.
I've had the conversation with many people who would I rather take Tatum or Luka. You might think this is crazy. I actually like Tatum a little bit better.
I would
think
take
Luka
Tatum in
plays
that.
no defense.
I would
and
take Tatum in that scenario.
You look at Luka, and I know I'm getting a little off track here, but you look at the numbers on some of his Dallas Mavericks teams. Insane offense when he's on the floor, and then he leaves the floor, and the offense is still insane.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's not just him. It's the systems he's played in.
Yeah, I would. In that scenario, I would take Jason Tatum. Are the Celtics the East favorite?
Can they beat the Knicks?
I think so, based on the Hawks game I was just watching. I would hope so. That Knicks team, man, they are. You want to talk about they just don't live up to their roster ever. We'll talk about them in just a second too, but they are so frustrating. They are so Brunson centric, and the Cat and him. I'm not sure that they can be on the floor at the same time, but I'm not sure also that they can't be on the floor at the same time. And then I think those two players actively make Mikal Bridges worse when they're on the floor together. And I don't know. I just the Knicks roster, how much they pay for that roster, how many good, talented guys that they have on it. I mean, that should be the favorite by far. I mean,
on paper, they're the best starting five.
If Brunson is really that good, then why do we do this? Why are the Hawks? I mean, I think they're still killing them. Why do we keep doing this year in, year out? Like, why can't the Knicks? I asked this question later. Why can't the Knicks just win games that they should win when they're supposed to win them? Like, this is no longer the New York Knicks of the 2010s. Like, we're not just like, oh, look at them rebuilding, so cute. Like, they're paying one of the highest tax bills in the NBA.
Right. And didn't Brunson take a much lower deal
Yeah,
than he could have to let them build more?
Yeah, even that. Like they are underpaying their super duper star by 100 and some odd million. So,
and I promise, if I'm Jalen Brunson, I'm not taking $1 off this time for my next contract.
Yeah.
From the Knicks. Like, I'm sorry, y'all gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah. Maybe they're doing some aspiration stuff. Maybe they're planting some trees in upstate New York. Who knows? But we'll move on. Series number 5. Actually, did not. I expected, if you would ask me before the playoffs, I would have put this one at like the front. It would have been right there with Suns Thunder. Trailblazers Spurs. Very interesting series. Did not expect to be intrigued by this one. Watch the Trailblazers in the playing game. David Bailey goes second to the Jets. Wow.
That was the right pick. That
Wow.
was definitely
Sorry, you
the right
guys are
pick.
getting a live giraffe reaction. We're watching this.
I was trying not to watch the TV and be engaged.
Wow,
But
that's big.
Shocked me.
That's big.
Really? Jay, thoughts?
I think it's. Oh, sorry, I had myself muted. Yeah, I actually think it's the pick. I when it comes to, and I don't have a camera. Sorry, guys. when it comes to like Arvell Reese being projected number 2, I liked another linebacker on Ohio State better than Arvell Reese in Sonny Styles.
outside?
Yeah, like we talked about it Monday.
yeah,
I like
that's
Sonny
right.
Styles more
Yeah.
than Arvell Reese.
That's right.
And so like when they were like projecting him, I was like, I mean, I'd take David Bailey over Arvell Reese at this
crazy.
point. And so I like the pick.
Yeah, and Arvell Reese actually lines up. I was just looking this up earlier today. He had about 53% of his snaps on the edge.
Yeah.
About 47 as an off-ball linebacker. So he's
The-
kind of a jack of all trades. Some would say master of both. I would say master of neither.
Yeah, it's probably also depends on the system he goes to and what their plan to play him was. And I don't know if the Jets need a player like that.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest.
We
I
know,
don't think Arvell Reese turns out the way people think he does, or Ruben Bain.
we know the Jets' player development track record. I mean, basically a shoe in there. We'll get back to Trailblazers Spurs.
Yeah.
The Blazers win the series with Wemby out. If Wemby is out long term, it looks like a concussion. I know it's a little different in basketball than it is football for concussion protocol. I would think that he's at least missing game 3. I would be Wemby's the way they kind of manage his injuries. I would say he's probably out for game 4 too, if it is a true concussion. Can the Spurs steal this? Or Spurs? Can the Trailblazers steal this one, or is it just Spurs all the way?
I'm weird about this one, bro. And I'll tell you, Denny is really freaking good.
Yeah.
And he really hasn't been that good this series. Like he has been, but I just saw him to close the end of the regular season was nuclear.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that play-in matchup. That was. I'll be honest. The Trailblazers were my least watched team of the year.
Yeah.
Not because I like hate the Trailblazers. They're just I don't know, kind of lukewarm towards their team as a whole.
Yeah.
I want to put in perspective how locked in the Trailblazers are right now. Bro, their coach went to jail.
Oh yeah, Chauncey Billups. Yeah.
Went to got indicted.
To be
You ain't
fair,
lying.
Thiago Splitter got 81 games. Chauncey Billups got 1 game with the team.
You know,
But
like for Thiago to just like that, all that to
he's a
happen.
good coach. Kind of
Yeah,
like that guy.
like low key a coach
Kind of-
of the year sleeper.
kind of a big fan of him. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think he's competent. Like I think he looks the part. And is there a world where like Wemby's out 2 games here, Trailblazers pick the next 2 up at home? I don't know. I'm not thinking so. I still think that this Trailblazers team is way too dependent on a lot of streaky players and a lot of players who I don't trust. Like you got the best Scoot Henderson pro game of his career
Of all time.
to win game 2.
Oh, I'm going to talk
Yeah.
about Scoot in a
Yeah.
second.
You got the best Scoot Henderson program. You have Drew Holiday, who is older than dirt. Like I love Drew Holiday. He was awesome in game 2 as well. Like, and then they're running Shaden Sharp, Jeremy Grant, like this myriad of characters that I'll be honest, I struggle to trust this team offensively. I think they're actually not a terrible defensive team, which is a surprise to me. But Klingon can mix it up down there.
Klingon's a good
Lincoln is a
player.
double-double.
And Drew, I am reading live from Google AI, and it says Victor Wembanyama has not been ruled out for game 3
Okay.
on Friday, as he's traveling with the team to Portland while progressing through the NBA's concussion protocol.
Okay.
So he's not ruled out. He's traveling with the team. I think if you're a Blazers fan, you're getting excited, and I know you're not. I guess I'm speaking to the audience here. Take some deep breaths. This isn't good for you. You're not going to win.
I don't think I don't think they can win the series. I just that like it's kind of the same thing with the Pistons. Like besides Denny, I'm just unless Scoot continues to play like he did in game 2, I just don't know what I'm looking at on offense if I'm this Trailblazers team late in the game. Like I don't know who's coming up with big buckets. Where if you look at the Spurs team, like, yeah, I trust Stephon Castle. Yeah, I trust De'Aaron Fox. Like that's a former clutch player of the year over there. Like, yeah, I trust a ton more of these Spurs guys than I do before I trust one of the Trailblazers.
Couple things about the statements you just said. Number one, De'Aaron Fox is going to be moved at the end of the season.
Yeah, with $60 million. Yeah, probably.
There's just no
It's
way.
just a front office move.
Yeah, there's no way I can justify De'Aaron Fox being on the team.
You think it'd be fun if they sent him back to the Kings? I'm joking.
Honestly,
but
I literally think they would
it'd be
might entertain
hilarious.
it. Stephon Castle acted like an idiot for the last 9 minutes of game 2.
Yeah.
I mean, he showed that he's a young player. Just
Right.
the turnovers, the unnecessary just moves. Like they should have definitely won game 2. In terms of scoring, it's gonna have to come from one person only. Jeremy Grant's gonna have to have a game.
And that's what he was really good in that playing game
Yeah.
that they won against the Suns. Absolutely, yeah. That was when I was kind of like, oh, that's why Jeremy Grant has made $30+ million. Also, First games Jeremy Grant has played in April since 2021. Yeah.
Really?
Yep. They've
Oh.
shut him down before
Yeah.
now every year because they've been on the tank. Okay. Wrapping this one up.
Wait, real quick.
Yeah.
I just have to jump in here because I wrote this down. I think this one would be maybe one of my more provocative takes of the day.
So,
When I look at Scoot Henderson, I see, and I don't want to say cranked up to 11 because I don't want to disrespect Scoot Henderson that much, but Scoot Henderson is the NBA level version of Bronny James. That's who I see as a player. I think he is not skilled enough or athletic enough to play winning basketball at the NBA level. And I'm going to give you some numbers. So when we look at shooting splits, field goal percentage overall, 3-point percentage, and free throws. Scoot Henderson, 42, 35, and 84. Bronny James, 41, 39, 86. Scoot Henderson is a worse shooter than Bronny James. Any thoughts or reactions to that?
some hell of research.
Yeah.
There.
I'll say this. Although I don't think Scoot will ever be what he was mocked to be, and
Not
even
close. Yeah.
even now,
Forget that.
like even the 31 points, I was kind of like, man, he really is hitting everything. It may just be one of those nights for him. I think that may be. Whoa, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Why?
Maybe we should have done a live draft
Because
show.
it's the Cardinals.
Maybe we should have done a live draft show. Jeremiah Love, third to the Cardinals.
all right. This is gonna make the draft a bit more interesting now.
Wow. All right, we got to hurry up and record this so we can watch this.
Sorry.
Yeah. I don't think Scoot will ever be what he was meant to be, but Bronny also does that in a much smaller sample size. A tiny sample size where there's literally almost no pressure on him ever. And Scoot Henderson has had a lengthy injury. He was terrible. He was probably the worst player, one of the worst players in the league that played minutes last year. Like, if we're being honest.
Bronny James.
But- huh?
Bronny James.
Scoot.
Oh, Scoot.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I guess
Scoot.
both. Yeah.
Yeah, both of them. But he started to look better. I would say he's absolutely more of a pro already than Bronny is.
Oh, there's no question about that.
I don't know what Scoot will be, to be honest. I do think you're right. I do not think that he is skilled enough right now
Yeah.
to be even a contributor, even off the heels of his 31-point game. Okay.
And Drew, I'm not going to belabor the point, but I just want to be crystal clear. When I said
Yeah.
I didn't want to disrespect anybody,
Yeah.
I was meaning I didn't want to disrespect Scoot by comparing him to Bronny.
Sure.
Bronny is the
Yeah.
worst player in the league. It isn't close.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah. What are you doing over there?
I was thinking of a worse player than Bronny James.
Yeah, there's not one.
You can't.
There's not.
Nope. Please do try that.
Yeah.
I would love to hear it.
Oh, easy. The number 1 overall pick in Atlanta.
Get out of here. Get out of here. All right, we have to move on. Actually, we're going to move on to his team.
Okay.
We're going to move on to Hawks versus Knicks,
Yeah.
where Zachary Ricochet is putting up the MPs, just like Bronny. I did see that Bronny got in the other night.
Come on, man. We
You
love
see-
nepotism.
you see-
baby.
He airballed a floater.
Bro.
And they yanked him immediately. JJ Redick was having none of it. Sorry, TV. He was having none of it.
He should be in college still. Like, you guys
Yeah.
are honest. Like,
Yeah.
He,
All right.
he shouldn't be in college. He wasn't the best player on his high school team.
No, that's Sierra
What are we
Canyon,
talking
yeah.
about?
No.
All right. Hawks versus Knicks. Knicks blow game 2. Completely blow game 2. CJ McCollum, the Knicks try to, of course, make him the villain because that's what they do in New York. They don't
Yeah.
win. They just, make people villains and blame other people for their shortcomings. Are the Knicks the East favorite for you guys? I know I asked the question of the Celtics. I'll ask it for the Knicks now.
I'm going to go with yes. Now, what does concern me, and it has every playoff round since this iteration of the Knicks, is that pick and roll defense.
Mhm.
When they try to mix it up with Brunson and
Sure.
Karl Anthony Towns, that's just that's free money.
Yeah.
It's like a government program. They're just handing out points.
They
to everybody.
showed CJ's. I think CJ was like 90% when being defended by Jalen Brunson. So he made 90% of his shots throughout the series when Brunson is the primary ball defender. And the unfortunate news for the Knicks is who else is Jalen Brunson going to guard? Who else on the floor? You can't put him on the big.
Nope.
Can't put him on Jalen Johnson.
Nope.
Can't go on Kuminga when he's on the floor. I'm blanking on some of the Hawks. Yeah, I mean, I guess I saw the start of the game.
Walker?
But no, you can't put him on him. I mean, I saw him on the start of the game. They had him on Daniels, and Daniels just did a spin move, got right to the rim. He smoked it, but
Let's think about
Yeah.
this real quick, though. What if you put Brunson on? Well, what's the name of the center? Like, his name starts with an O.
Onyeka Okongwu.
Onyeka
Okongwu. Yeah.
What if we put Brunson on Okongwu? What other matchups are we looking at? Can we have someone else helping near the rim if the center gets close to the basket? I'm being serious. I'm actually asking.
No, because I think Cat is such a liability.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Jalen Johnson just roasts Cat in that scenario. Yeah. That's the problem with this iteration of the Knicks team. It's like, look at these great defensive wings, OG, McCall, Josh Hart, like these guys that hustle. And then we literally have the two players who do not fit at all into this puzzle. And they're our two best offensive players. And they're who need all the shots. And they're the ones that have to play the most minutes. I think that's why we see so many of these bad losses for the Knicks is these two players are kind of up here. And then you have these three, but then these three don't really support what these two are doing. And I just, time and time again, this Knicks team comes up short. I think they're going to do the same thing this year. They don't look any different. They don't look any better. They don't look like they've figured out anything more other than the fact that when it's late, yeah, I trust Jalen Brunson to hit a clutch step back three. I do. Like he's an artist at that. Like he is an artist at he'll match the other team's best player. He'll match it, but I don't know. Even if this Knicks team got to the conference finals, of course they are going to have to go through the Celtics either way. They'll have to go through them in the second round. So I don't know. Titans look excited for the draft. I don't think this Hawks team has what it takes to win this series. CJ hitting 80% of his shots, it's just not going to happen every game.
Not repeatable.
And Jalen Johnson is going to have to actually be Jalen Johnson in this series if they want to have a chance. I still think the Knicks are going to be the better team overall. I think you're right. There are some flaws with them. I think the Knicks are going to get to the second round.
Yeah, and I think when you look at, the Madison Square Garden home court advantage, Jalen Brunson's ability to hit threes in the clutch, I don't think there's any question who wins the series. I just got to ask as a hypothetical, though, because I know we talked about OG a little bit earlier and Mikal Bridges. Better pair of wing defenders.
There's no
OG and Mikal Bridges or Jason Tatum and
I was going to say that would be the only one that would rival.
I was going to say that was very close. To me, defenders only.
I think I'd give it. I guess I'd have to give it to the Knicks just because Tatum and Brown do kind of take some plays off. And that's, wow. We've gone.
I'm not sure I hate that. Carnell Tate, wide receiver, going to the Tennessee Titans. Cam Ward needed somebody. Carnell Tate was the best wide receiver in this draft. I think that's safe to say.
I'm not going to push back.
I don't.
There we go. Sorry. Not going to push back on the best wide receiver take. I just don't. I would love to see Chase's face right now.
I don't really know what's going on. Maybe we should call him. Maybe
live call in.
Yeah,
Chase, how you feeling?
We'll work on that as we get to what's been my favorite series.
Yeah.
And I wrote down in the notes, no notes, just riff. Rockets Lakers.
Yeah. He actually wrote that. He's not kidding.
Yeah, it's on the paper. Yeah. It has been a challenging series for H-Town. Houston is not feeling good. Kevin Durant looks uninterested, to say the least, in playing on this team. He's played in one game so far. Every time any of his teammates touch the ball or do anything wrong, you better believe Durant's already walked back up the floor. He's not sticking around. There's no high-fiving going on this Rockets team. They played Aaron Holiday just about as much as they played Reed Shepherd in Game 2. And they're getting beat by Luke Kennard, Marcus Smart, and LeBron.
When I tell you Luke Kennard, I mean, it's not even the best trade in NBA history. It's the best trade.
All right.
Period.
All right, calm down.
In sports history.
Calm down. He was averaging about 6 points a game for the regular season.
I'm just saying, the return on investment, you flip Gabe Vincent into
You're not
this?
wrong, Malcolm. You are not wrong.
Like,
I was
Gabe Vincent's
explaining
been
this
good
to
for
one
the
of my
Hawks
friends.
this
Bro, he's
series.
Rudy Pootington. I just made up a word.
He's been good for the Hawks this series.
Mr.
Luke Kennard averaged like 6 points for the regular season.
Listen,
10.
man. Go ahead.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
he averaged 10. Luke Kennard has the second highest three-point percentage in NBA history.
There's no doubting he shoots the skin off the ball. It's always been that he doesn't shoot enough.
Start there. He doesn't shoot enough. I agree with that. And he's probably being a little selective, trying to make sure that he keeps that percentage up. I'm sure it's in his mind.
Yeah.
But have you watched him play? The extra passing is really, I just wonder, and I do not believe he's a superstar. If he was, he'd average more than 10 points a game.
For sure.
And he'd be paid more than he's
Yeah.
paid. Could they run him at point though? I kind of think the answer is yes.
With these DMPs that happened at the end of the season,
Yeah.
and seeing him almost like just hover around a double-double
Yeah.
with these assists,
Yeah.
I think it's just opened up some stuff.
Dude, that's fantastic. That's a great point. I think, I mean, in this series, I'm seeing sides of Luke Kennard that I don't think I've seen, and he was a high draft pick. Like, let's not forget, he was meant to be somebody like this. Like
Duke's finest, bro.
Yeah, a team spent real draft capital. I don't remember who it was. The Pistons. I think it was
I feel
Pistons.
like it was Detroit.
Yeah, I think it was Pistons. Spent
Right.
real draft capital to make him one of the franchise centerpieces. Just bounce around the league. Clippers, like he's been everywhere, and Hawks most
He was
recently.
in Memphis,
and
right?
Memphis for 3 years.
But dude, he actually looks like a legit starter. Like, and now all of this may mean nothing if the Lakers get by this round and they get to play the OKC Thunder as a reward.
it means nothing either way.
Yeah,
Either one of these
even-
teams.
yeah,
get waxed.
even with Luka, I think it's feeding him to the Wolves. But are the Rockets now? Have the Rockets now? If they lose this series, what I think just in general, if they lose this series, have they now reached like, all right, blow it up. We'll keep Amen. We'll keep whoever. But let's blow this thing up. We're not going to get past the Thunder the way this roster is currently constructed, since they've got Ben Fleet tied up with $100 million. Kevin Durant's tied up with $40+ million. They've got, I mean, they're paying all these guys. They're paying Sengun a lot of money to
not be good.
Yeah,
Great value, Jokic.
20-11-5 last game, and I was convinced that he was the worst player on the floor.
Yeah, empty. I'll be honest with y'all. 2 statements I'm about to say. Number 1, Kevin Durant did not lie on that burner account. Everything he said is true. If you look at Houston play basketball and look at the burner tweets that Kevin Durant made,
Sure.
bro, it is spot on. He didn't lie. 2, this is Kevin Durant's last series in Houston. He will not be on this basketball team next year.
Another one. Another destination, another failure.
This is his legacy. And I think that Kevin is starting to realize, it's not the teams, it's me. So let me just embrace truly being the villain. Where Golden State. Go back to Steph.
Oh
Just do
no!
So if you went back to
that.
Golden State, do you think they become title contenders, or is it too little, too late?
It's done. It's the dynasty's dead.
Kill Houston, kill Golden State. It's done.
What if Giannis goes to Golden State? Do you like that
Kill
better?
it. It's still done.
I think if they both go and Kevin Durant,
Oh,
and Kevin Durant is just like, I don't even care about
so
money.
the salary cap is blown up in this. in
Yeah,
this- in
I
this
think
era.
that-
that ain't
Yeah.
happening.
If Katie is just like, I don't care about money, but like I don't even know how that would work. Somebody had to sacrifice.
Man, if I had a fun hypothetical that I didn't put on the sheet.
Okay.
I've been asking everybody this. If LeBron were able to win the Lakers this championship, do you think they would draft Bryce James for him?
Yes.
In the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of Arizona, Bryce James averaging 2.5 points a game. I'll be honest. If I think they will get by this Rockets team, I think that's kind of a done deal, to be honest. I saw a fun stat. LeBron undefeated in his career, went up 2-0 in a series.
I saw that as well.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm.
True.
2-0 when undefeated, or when 2-0 in a series. But
I have another X's and O's kind of question
Of
for you
course.
guys. So I keep thinking about the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, bro.
And they have Reed Shepard plays some point for them. He plays some shooting guard. Amen Thompson brings the ball up as well.
Mhm.
Amen Thompson, incredible athlete, incredible rim pressure. Not really a guy you worried about outside the 3-point line.
not at all.
Reed Shepard, I don't know what the percentage is. He gives me the feeling that he can really light it up from 3. He's not a guy you want to leave open. So if you have Amen Thompson run point, someone is forced to come up and guard him, even though he's not a shooter, because he has the ball and you don't want to give him a runaway. He can kick it to Reed Shepard for 3s. If you have a Reed run point, he can pass the ball to Amen streaking to the rim.
Yeah.
What do you prefer? Who do you want to have the ball?
Honestly, I'd really like it if they ran a play for Amen Thompson once in a while. I would really enjoy it if the Rockets would utilize him other than, hey, Amen, charge into the lane on 4 people and try to just be more athletic than them, which he is. But,
He does sometimes, yeah.
it's 3 people. So 3 or 4 people down there waiting for him because they know he can't shoot. I would really enjoy it if the Rockets would just run some offense for Amen Thompson and maybe play Reed Shepard a little bit more because they're like,
Yeah.
I mean,
but would you want Reed Shepard running point and dishing
Yeah.
it to Amen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I think I lean that way as well, but I go back and forth on that.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's. That's the problem. The Lakers know how to play against the Rockets defensively. Like they're settled in so far. And the thing is we've seen. I think I counted in the first half, just the first half alone in game 2, 5 open corner threes for the Rockets, and it was either Tari Eason, Jayshawn Tate, whoever it was taking them. I was like, yeah, no way. Great defensive possession by the Lakers. They're forcing that kick out wide open corner 3, which should be the easiest shot in basketball. But for this Rockets team, it's a difficult equation. So
I saw a tweet that said that Ime Udoka is just Steph Van Gundy with the Bumble account.
Ime has been bad this year. As fun as he was on the Celtics,
Yeah,
Ime has not been a good head coach.
Real quick, can you just repeat that tweet? Just say that one more time.
That Ime Udoka is just literally Steph Van Gundy with a Bumble account.
Man.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right. Last series.
So, bro.
Tied up 1-1 as well.
Yeah.
Does anybody know what series were in my opinion, the most exciting series left?
100%.
Yeah.
It's a shame that this one has to be in the first round.
Yeah. T-Wolves Nuggets. Is this the preeminent rivalry in the NBA? We'll start it off there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah.
Last 3 years meeting in the playoffs. Last 3 years meeting in the playoffs. We've had, our rivalries to New York. Yeah.
Over Sonny.
Yeah. It was the draft board. It's the draft board thing, man. Once you get
not surprised.
Once you get put up that high. But we've had them in the playoffs the last 3 years. The Timberwolves have kind of been, since 2023, seems like the one team that really has the Denver Nuggets number. I know the Nuggets, like, they won the 2023 championship, but it seemed like over and over again, it's like, man, we cannot get past the Timberwolves. Timberwolves have been, to the conference finals last 2 years?
Yeah,
Off there?
twice.
Yeah,
2 of 3, right?
Yeah, they've been, because they went the Luka year and they went last year, right? Yeah. So this Timberwolves team has looked mightily inconsistent, but man, something about this Nuggets team, they're everybody's comfortable against everybody in this series. Like this is an offensive explosion. Like you've got, Ant, I don't think he's necessarily 100%, but I think he's good enough right now. And then, to be honest with you, Cleveland just traded their pick.
So anyway, back to basketball.
Yeah, sorry.
What do we think about
my
Anthony
mind.
Edwards? Is Anthony Edwards, how close is he, and I'm not saying he is, how close is he to being the best player in the league? Do we see that potentially being a leap for him? What are we thinking?
I don't think he'll ever be the best player in the league as long as Wemby is.
As long as Wemby and Shea are there, like I don't think it exists.
I will say, from a marketability standpoint,
sure,
the NBA needs Anthony Edwards to take that step into upper superstardom.
From what I've seen, he doesn't want it. Like he is a true superstar in my opinion, but he's not, like, you're right, he is not face of the league yet.
Yeah.
And it's because, like, I think his game is just the slightest bit incomplete.
Can I be real with you?
Yeah.
He doesn't want it in Minnesota. He wants it in that jersey you're wearing.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Every single
He'll be back.
interview.
Yeah.
That boy is so Atlanta, it doesn't make sense.
He'll
if
be
you
back.
put him in Atlanta, I just think his sense of urgency is just different. I really do. I think, like, I am offering the farm for Anthony Edwards in 2 years whenever I'm able to, if I'm Atlanta.
Yeah, he'll be back to Atlanta at some point. I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Like, but I think, we focus a little bit more on this matchup. I think Denver is kind of like, their 2-man game is great, but when you see a game like game 2, where, to be honest, Timberwolves kind of stole that one, it's like, okay, Jokic and Murray was great in the first half, didn't quite have it as to that level in the second half. Jokic was just the slightest bit off from a scoring perspective. When those two guys don't have it, it's kind of like this weaker back line, and then you get this great Bones Highland game for the Timberwolves. And it's kind of like, I know, isn't that nuts to say that out loud?
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
Oh, yeah. What?
No, I was laughing at you. The Great Bones Highland.
Yeah, it was
freaking
good.
nuts. No, you're right.
Isn't it crazy? I thought,
yeah.
Where was he? He's probably China. I don't know, somewhere recently, but it's weird to me that the Denver Nuggets, like, if Jokic and Murray are off, they are vulnerable. They're a little bit more vulnerable than I thought. And I think this Timberwolves team as much experience as they've had playing against the Nuggets exposes that just a tad bit.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing I think about Anthony Edwards in particular. And one of my friends, shout out to Jacob, he's the one that actually told me this, and I thought it made a lot of sense. He's an OKC Thunder fan, and he said, Anthony Edwards has some of the emotional volatility of a Russell Westbrook. When he's on and he's feeling good, he'll hit 7, 8 threes in a game. Dunks, like the one over John Collins, he'll play crazy good. You get in his head, you get him a little frustrated, you get some games like you got versus OKC in the playoffs last year. Julius Randle, you could say some similar things about him. And I think that's the problem with this team ultimately. Julius Randle, if you told me this next game he's going to go 4 of 21 from the field and finish with 11 points, I'd be like, completely believe you.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely no question there that's something that he could do, but he could also be the best player on the floor. And Julius Randle has those kind of nights. Offensively, this Timberwolves team is just a little bit too inconsistent. They also struggle to play defense like a lot in sections of the game that they shouldn't struggle. I know Rudy has done a fair job on Jokic this series, but yeah, I mean, actually risen to the occasion, has earned those DPOYs that he's stacked up in his trophy case. Real quick before we go, I don't think I've neither of you have been on since the NBA playoffs have started. Finals matchup.
It's going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder, and it's got to be. I want to say the New York Knicks. So
I tried to get myself there.
I want to say so.
Yeah.
It's going to be the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
Yeah.
Finals matchup. Oh, who do you want? Who's winning? Thunder.
OKC in 5.
I'm gonna have to go OKC in 6 over New York.
Okay. I mean, the consensus is in. I think that makes the most sense, but that's why the games are played, gentlemen. That is why they actually go out on the court and they don't just listen to people like us talk about it. That's why they pay millions of dollars for these games. Boys, we are here. Another big shout out to our primary channel sponsor. We are to my favorite segment, the segment that gave us the movie Zombievers last week. Joseph, do you have a camera yet for right now?
No, not at the moment, but I can get one. Hang on.
All right. Joseph's going to get a camera. So while we do that, who's the camera on right now, Joseph? We can't say we're watching the draft. Malcolm, perfect. What'd you watch?
What did I watch?
What'd you read? What'd you listen to? What do you got for us? Because you did. What did you do? You did Jack Harlow's album last time.
Yeah, the Jack Harlow's album last time. It was great. What did I watch over the last 7 days? Oh my gosh, you just put me on the spot. What have I been watching? I haven't watched any new TV shows.
Live
television. Oh no. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Hold on, man. Hold on. Can you come back to me?
Yeah, Ben. What'd you watch, dude?
I genuinely do not watch.
Oh my goodness, what we watch is.
I'm the worst person we could ask about that.
Have you read anything?
I'm reading the book Crucial Conversations right now.
Perfect.
I don't know
Perfect.
Okay, we can talk about that a little bit. It's always good, especially when you have a role at work where you have to have those conversations with people. Because of the position. It's been good for me to read about how a lot of times what we need to learn to do is tell ourselves the correct story and focus on what problem actually needs to be solved in a conversation.
Who's it written by?
It's a great question.
Oh, it's okay.
If I look it up, I can tell you. But the idea that I'm drawing from it that I think is very powerful is that a lot of times, because we are scared of an interaction going negative, we give ourselves this out where if my real problem is that you're wearing an Atlanta jersey, I complain that you're sitting too close to me. And if I win the argument about the wrong issue, I leave unhappy and you leave unhappy.
And you don't, nobody ever gets to the heart of what's really bothering you.
Right.
That's good.
Right.
That's good.
And it's fear, but we have to get through it.
Yeah. Okay. Malcolm, you got it?
Yeah. So I've been watching, and I've only watched literally just one episode, $1 Million Secret on Netflix.
$1 Million Secret. All right. I got to hear about it.
Basically what this is, guys, is that all these people are invited to like this beautiful, just elegant house. And essentially they're all given a key to their rooms. And one of these rooms is $1 million cash in a box, very similar to like this right here.
It's a reality show?
Yeah.
Okay.
And everybody else has to guess who the millionaire is. and the millionaire is given these challenges. So
Oh.
it'll be like, for example, the first
Little imposter type thing. Yeah, okay.
The first episode, it was like, all right, you're gonna have to say no cap 10 times in random conversation. But nobody else knows that but the millionaire.
Okay.
So like in general conversation, I'd be like, man, oh my gosh, they just took a Delane, man. No cap. That's a crazy pick. You know, and it has to say that it's just a really, really good show.
That is fascinating.
Yeah. So that's been the one show I've watched. Music wise, haven't really listened to anything because I'm preparing for May 15th.
Getting cold,
It's
getting a little
ice cold
chilly, getting a
outside,
little chilly
buddy.
in summer.
Get your jackets ready, man.
Joseph,
Is that
Welcome back.
confirmed? May 15th.
May
yep,
15th.
Like that's
found it in the block ice.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Let's see. What did we cover last Thursday? What was I watching last Thursday?
I think you talked about anime.
I think I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Finished Free Run season 2. It was sick. So now I'm on to, I guess, other than that was only like 2 episodes between last Thursday and this Thursday. So finished that. Done with that. Moving on. Now I'm gonna start Invincible. So I guess this won't be like what we're watching, but this is gonna be what we're going to watch. Now that Invincible has finished the season, it is my
Yes.
time. I'm not a week to week watcher. We've talked about this. I refuse to be. You will not get me. I will not do it. I'm gonna start Invincible. So I'm very excited. Very excited to start season 4, right?
Season 4. Season
Yep,
4.
Yep.
Just
Very
wrapped
excited.
up. Watched it last night, I believe. I think it was last night.
Yeah, and I'm still waiting on the check-in. We come back 1 week and somebody has watched Zombievers.
I'll get there, dude.
need it.
I really will. It was a rough week for zombie.
It's a rough watch,
Zombievers,
but
visibility. I watched World War II from the front lines.
Thoughts?
oh,
It's a World War II movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to miss. Actually, I watched Hacksaw Ridge for the first time the other day.
for the first time,
Kind of got on this kick. I mean, I knew it had Andrew Garfield. I knew, like, I've heard the story, like I think in my
Desmond Doss.
Desmond Doss. Yeah, Private Doss. Yeah, I'd heard the story. I think in my, my Christian private school, we got told that story anyways. And it was really good. It had Vince Vaughn in it. That was an unexpected surprise. I did not know he was in that movie. And yeah, no complaints. I mean, I thought Andrew Garfield did a fantastic job. And I thought I don't know, all those movies, I mean, I get that those movies are really important and really big. My dad loves Band of Brothers. It's like his favorite thing ever. I've never seen it. For me, the war movies, they all kind of run together. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Sure.
Yep.
Like, the only one that's ever actually stood out to me was 1917. I was actually kind of horrified when I watched that movie. Like,
very
actually
good.
seeing like the one cut, like the one shot thing that they did in 1917. Fantastic. When they get buried in that cave, man, I was like, wow.
It's so, like, okay, you got me on this kick now because I'm not like crazy about him. But have you seen Fury?
Yeah,
I loved Fury.
Yeah.
I will say, because most people that watch Band of Brothers end up getting to the point where they're like, okay, you have to. It's incredible. It really is.
Yeah,
it's incredible. If you've liked Saving Private Ryan, it's phenomenal.
Never seen it.
But if you want, I don't know if you want, but you talked about watching 1917, made me think of this. Have you watched All Quiet on the Western Front?
I don't think so. No.
It's rough, dude.
Yeah.
It's World War One.
Yeah.
It's like 1917. Most of these other movies are World War II because I guess it gets more pull. But
sure.
It's actually a book that was written in Germany, and I don't remember when. I don't know all the details about the book. But the movie was natively in German. And if you watch it, it's rough. It's worth the watch, I think, at least once. It's a hard watch, but it's worth it. It's very good.
Yeah.
It's very good. But you need to watch it in German, I think.
Okay.
So.
Wow.
It's legit.
Hey, we've learned a lot. What we watch always brings out. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I wake up and there's just a movie on. I watch it the next morning before work. This has been 191. Am I off there?
I might be off there.
Oh,
it might be 192.
Man.
Wait.
The road to 200 is here.
The road to 200. We are almost there. Fast approaching. We are growing. Ben, put the camera back on Ben for a second. Ben, thanks for joining us, buddy.
I appreciate it. Do we have time, Drew, for just one real quick NFL draft hot take?
Sure.
Of course.
Malachi Lawrence, edge rusher, UCF, better than Ruben Bain, better than Arvell Reese, maybe better than David Bailey.
We'll clip it in about 4 or 5 months. We'll see.
Sounds good.
We'll see how it looks.
Sounds good.
This
I'm
has
willing
been
to respond to that later.
What? You are? Oh, dude, we'll get you the clip. We'll send you the clip to a Google Drive. This has been Chat It Up, episode 190 something. Thanks for joining us. Big shout out to Ideal Yachts Practice Construction and everybody that makes this show possible. For myself, Malcolm, Joseph, and Ben, Jason, Greg, who are not here with us. Thank you for listening, watching. We love you. Follow us on all social medias. Peace.